we've got a guest for you. He's not going to have the someone who's going to get his ass kicked theme. He's got another one for you. Here we go. No, it's the wrong Fowler, guys. That's not what I wanted. Oh, my God. Oh, here he is. They call him the 7th Fowler. Are you all right there, Robbie? How are you this morning, matey?
I'm not too bad, thanks.
Now, Robbie, I've seen you once in my life in the flesh.
Go on then.
And it was you and McManaman. It was you and McManaman, and it was during. And you were in England. You were travelling with the England team. I think it was either at Manchester Airport or Heathrow, and you were all in matching tracksuits. Travelling around, but the two of you went off to a shop to go and get something. I just wondered, what's it feel like travelling with a load of guys in matching tracksuits? Because you sort of look like you just look like a very, very high-profile stag knight.
Well, to be honest, obviously because I'm from Liverpool, I'm more used to wearing tracksuits. So it's just like a family holiday, isn't it?
It's like I'm on holiday, isn't it?
It is. It's just a family holiday.
Could you just say chicken for us?
Chicken.
Oh, no, that's poor. Come on, you can make that.
So you want me? No, listen, I'm one of the posh ones, aren't I? Chicken.
That's a chicken.
Yeah. No, I can talk normal, mate.
Okay, now, Robbie, we had Jason McAteer.
Dave.
The professor.
He was playing golf with you.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was,
we had the professor.
Well, he was there playing golf. He buckles under pressure, doesn't he?
Does he?
Does he?
Did you beat him?
Did you beat him?
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's ever beat me, to be honest.
Didn't even answer.
Yeah. Did you just use the F word then?
No.
Okay, good. I thought you went F. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you got any good McAteer stories? Because we can't get enough of them on the show.
Oh well, he's an absolute idiot, isn't he? I've got a brilliant one. You can imagine him and Rob Jones were both the clever ones at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And obviously Rob Jones was known as Trigger, and when we signed Jason McAteer, because we already had a Trigger, and he was Ireland's Trigger, we had to name him something else. So obviously we called him Dave because I'll have to be careful here.
Yeah.
Because Trigger, God rest his soul, called Rodney Dave, so we called Jason Dave.
Nice.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice.
I still call him as Dave, and when the two of them are together, it's absolutely comedy gold. just a couple of months ago, Rob Jones and Jason McAteer were talking. So Rob Jones had turned round to McAteer and said, I'm doing an autobiography. So McAteer's gone, well, what's that about then? so Rob Jones went, well, it's an autobiography. It's about me, isn't it? And he went, oh, well, yeah. He said, what's it like then? And Rob Jones went, I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Good. More.
That's
more. We want more.
Robbie, a question I want to ask, but I believe it's in your autobiography. But somebody, a Liverpool fan, just told me, is it true that you used to take a 50p onto the pitch during a match and swap it between all the players?
No, we've done it at Leeds, actually. We've done it once. And it was actually, I think it was, I'm not sure whether it was a little plastic pig or I can't even remember, to be honest. But it was not, what it was designed just like as a little bit of togetherness and just to keep the morale of everyone up, keep everyone on their toes during the game. So it was not taking advantage of anything.
No, I can believe it. You didn't have to justify it.
So you passed a little plastic pig around during a Leeds match.
No, listen, I mean, it's not obviously
don't worry about
any of the Leeds players or any of the Leeds fans. It was purely done as just as a togetherness to keep all the lads together.
Robbie, this is the warm-up. It's the warm-up. It's okay.
You can tell us
anything you want. It's the warm-up. You don't have to start saying it's no disrespect to the game, It doesn't matter. It's the warm-up.
You to disrespect the game.
I know that. But some people can go, he shouldn't be doing that. But I mean, it was purely a togetherness thing.
It's okay.
I've got a question for Robbie, Johnny. A friend of mine who's a Liverpool fan tells me he read your book and he said that you snuck on the team bus with Real Madrid with Steve McManaman. Can you tell us about that?
I never snuck on. I went over. I mean, I'm probably one of the only Liverpool lads who never went over to Real Madrid. And I knew when Macca was leaving, it was his last game, and I went, I'll have to go over. And I went over. And they won the league that night, and after the game, as you can imagine, I mean, the game didn't finish till till gone midnight. So I'm obviously in the players' lounge waiting for them. And Macca just comes in and throws me, and I was with my cousin, and he throws me and my cousin at like Real Madrid polo top. So we put the polo and said, "Come on, you come on with me."
Excellent.
Went, "Where are we going?" He said, "Well, we've got to do the tour." I went, "Well, it's 12 o'clock." He said, "No." He said, "We've got to do the tour." He said, "Obviously all the fans are expecting us." So he gets on this bus. It was one of the most surreal things I've ever done in my life. So I'm doing this, gets on the bus and goes around we stopped off in a fountain in the middle of Madrid, and there was just people, and they got to about half two in the morning, and just people as far as you could see. I mean, there must have been at least 1 million people out in the early hours.
Were you waving?
Was there crazy transfer speculation?
I've got my head. Listen, hang on. I've got my head down on the bus, and as we've stopped, at the front there must have been like a group of English lads or a group of Scouse lads, and they've spotted me, and they all started singing my name, and I'm sat on the Real Madrid bus. It was brilliant.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Fowler's on the show today.
Yes, fantastic.
Okay. Robbie, can I ask you one thing? Because it's still my favourite ever football moment, because I see it as the last Corinthian act.
Go on.
You know when there was that penalty against Arsenal, did you deliberately miss that penalty because the referee was in error?
No, not a chance. No, I mean, it shouldn't have been a penalty. I mean, I will say that, but I mean, when I jumped over David Seaman and sort of lost my balance and fell, it weren't a penalty. And there was 2 reasons why I said it wasn't a penalty. Number 1 was because it wasn't a penalty, and number 2 was because David Seaman was massive and he was fuming. So he looked as though he was going to knock me out.
The reason I say it is because the old Corinthian Football Club. This is back in the 19th century.
Yeah, one of the players took himself off, didn't he?
Yeah, one of the players not only took himself off, not only were they forbidden from training, because not everyone can train, but they always used to miss penalties.
On purpose?
Because the referee must be in error. A gentleman would never foul another gentleman. And that was their attitude. So imagine if you'd won 2-1, and they deliberately missed a penalty. You imagine there'd be no sweetness in that victory.
One of the players took himself off because the opposition team had lost a player to injury.
Yes.
So he evened it out.
That's fair play.
It's fantastic. So I mean, obviously you can't admit that.
That's too fair play.
Yeah, that is ridiculous fair play.
But
I know you can't ever admit deliberately missing a penalty, because that would be not playing to think. But I sort of think you did. Go on.
Well, all right. If you think that, then great. But I'll be totally honest. And it was just a really poor penalty. But
no, I don't think so. Not you. Not at that time. I'm not at that time, mate.
No, but 2 good things came out of it. I actually got a UEFA Fair Play certificate, and
because they knew you deliberately missed it.
Jason McAteer scored his first Liverpool goal from the rebound.
I thought it was Redknapp. Is it McAteer? Okay, I thought Redknapp netted the rebound. There we go.
No, it was McAteer.
Okay, how did you?
He was fresh from his shampoo advert.
Head and shoulders, was it?
Head and shoulders below the rest.
No, wash and go it was.
Oh, that's
was it
right.
Wash and go, yeah.
Wash and go.
Yeah. What was your traditional warm-up routine at Liverpool?
Oh, listen, I was old school now, and I was, you see all the players now, and it's all like a scientific, going through each muscles. Myself, when I first started, and Steve used to go out, and Mackie used to cross it, and I used to do diving headers into the cop goal.
Excellent. Yeah, that's fun.
That was old school, and
yeah. That was just your warm up, just one guy. It was just 2 guys.
Just a few nodders.
Yeah, we'd have done it in the past.
Listen, you've got to be muscly to pull muscles, and I went. So I was all right.
But what did you eat? Did you have a special diet there, Rob?
I'll be honest. Yeah, towards games, yes. Yeah, no, towards games. I mean, I was very sensible, and I ate all the right stuff.
Were you though?
Beans on toast, egg on toast, and all that. But through the week, I just basically ate what I wanted, because you could. I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but when you're obviously nowadays, I think football just it's moved up a notch, and you look at the players and how fit they are and how well they look compared to years ago. The difference is frightening, isn't it?
It's sickening.
It's sickening. It really is.
It doesn't give you any hope if you're out of shape.
No, it really doesn't.
In the old days, you could show up out of shape and get a game.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah.
Well, I'm one of them. Because I was a professional footballer, I used to be embarrassed about taking my top off on the beach because I was the only one who never had a six-pack.
Now, all sportsmen, they've taken that vital ingredient out of that everymanness out of football. But it's the same in rugby. They used to just look like they'd sort of roll out of a pub or something and onto the pitch. But now you look at them, and all the rugby players, they're all sort of springy. They're really when they run or do anything, they're all really springy when they move along.
Skin-tight tops.
Yeah, they all look like sort of superheroes in that way. They're just springy guys. They're like sometimes from the Avengers reassemble every week.
Robbie, who's the most unfittest player you ever worked with?
Yeah, who's the unhealthiest footballer?
Oh God.
Somebody to choose from.
Probably. I mean, what, looking wise or?
Just. Well, yeah, both. Who's the unfittest and the unfittest?
I don't know. Jan Molby was. I mean, he wasn't playing, but he was. I mean, he was probably the unfittest, and I don't know. Neil Ruddock was probably up there as well. Who was. But you know what? I mean, they were unfit, but when they came down to football and on the day of the game, they were both magnificent and they both done good jobs. So it's.
I remember that game where
it works.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Go on, Mel. Go on, you carry on, mate.
No, it's when Molby just came off the subs bench and hit the most incredible. He just waddled off the subs bench and then he hit that amazing free kick. I can't remember, it must have been sort of 20 years ago. But it sticks in the mind as an example of someone coming on and you sort of thought, wow, he's big. He looks like he'd wandered in from the Circus Tavern in Purfleet from a darts competition.
But Jan was brilliant because I think Jan used to say himself, I mean, he was so good on the ball and no one could ever get the ball off him.
No.
And we used to say at Liverpool, he's the only man who you couldn't get a ball off in a telephone box.
Because he wouldn't have got it, to be fair, he wouldn't have got in it.
Oh, very good, James. And we've got to say, very good to Robbie Fowler. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Robbie. And thank you for entertaining us so much over the years. And I think being a model professional.
And God.
A great player.
Robbie, do join us again. Will you come back on the show another week?
I'll think about it.
Where are we now?